Okay, so the Punisher Max Omnibus Volume 2 from Garth Ennis finishes up the collection of the Punisher Max stories from Ennis. This sees the Punisher essentially put against a new character called Barracuda, a great big black fella who's bigger than the Punisher, probably bigger as or bigger than the Russian, and is essentially a Russian counterpart. He's not indestructible, but let's say he's very hard wearing, and he's very funny as well. We'll have a talk more about the Barracuda character as we go through the book in a mo. But what I did want to say was this has got a terrible binding. From the off, as soon as you open it, you can hear it cracking and coming away from the ribbon. It's now fully come away. I'll throw a picture up if I haven't already, just showing what condition it's in, and I will have a go at repairing this myself after I've made this video. Okay, but look, let's have a look at the book. That shouldn't put you off reading the stories. Okay, so here we are with the Punisher Max Omnibus Volume 2 from Garth Ennis. As you can see, we've got the Punisher there with sharks. They'll be relevant later. And then on the back, we've got this lovely artwork with him, with his hands behind his back. And obviously the explicit warning on it. Take this off. Just got a plain black cover with the Max writing on it, and then on the back just this big fat Punisher skull. Let's get this open. Obviously it opens really well now because the spine has crap, the bindings totally come apart. But we've got listed the stories here in the contents pages, which is nice. We've got the Barracuda story, Man of Stone, Widowmaker, Barracuda Max, which is a standalone story for Barracuda, Long Cold Dark, Valley Forge, Punisher the Tiger, Punisher the Cell, and Punisher the End. Okay, so you've got a shark eating someone there, well, eating a lot of people, and you've got the boat Barracuda, and it's a very much a how did we get here situation. You see the Punisher shaking down some guys. There's a trophy wife, a company director, and his protege there, and they're discussing bad business. With this, you have the Punisher sort of closing in on them. This guy runs the company a bit like a mob outfit, and his wife starts having an affair with his protege. This is all going to come to bite them in the ass come later on. Anyway, Punisher tracks them down to Miami, and because of failed attempts by the company to stop the Punisher, they end up enlisting Barracuda to come and get him. And the Punisher doesn't have a very good time with Barracuda. Barracuda eventually kicks the shit out of him, but the Punisher gets back to a level where Barracuda's got him on a boat, and there's a problem with his hand. He's had his fingers chopped off, and Punisher gets fed to a shark, or so Barracuda thinks. Boobs there. I don't know how much to say about this story, but I'm going to skip past a load of it because it involves a very fun plot of people trying to backstab each other, the Punisher in the background trying to get everyone, and people getting their comeuppance, let's say. It's got some very funny lines in it, and it's a real quick, fun read. This one here, Man of Stone, follows a Eastern Bloc general who has this reputation of being a real hard ass. He's like killing women and children, and he's up to no good, and the Punisher goes after him. He has I don't want to think you can call it romance when it's the Punisher, but there's a female character who's also on a mission of vengeance that he has a moment with, which results in the Punisher getting a baby. I know, he's got a new kid. That comes back later. Again, skipping over the bulk of the plot for that story, but you have this Widowmaker storyline, which is where you get the widows and, I suppose, girlfriends of killed Punisher victims from the mob. Obviously, they're left over afterwards, and they've been left without their husbands and partners, and they plot revenge to get the Punisher. They set up a sort of honey trap, as it were, a brothel to try and get the Punisher in and getting killed. In the background there's this other woman who's seducing men and killing them, and we don't know what their involvement is. It turns out that this female character was betrayed by mob members, other female mob members in this group that's trying to get the Punisher, and they get their comeuppance, and she also works with the Punisher. There's some adult scenes, let's say, in this, but it's a fun story. When I started reading, I thought it was going to be a bit crap, and it was just going to be one of these sort of stories where they're just flashing back to how each of their men got killed, but it's not at all. It's a well conceived plot, and it's very enjoyable. Let's just move on through some of these. This is the Barracuda Max storyline, where the Barracuda is sent off somewhere by a gangster who wants him to teach his haemophiliac dweeby kid sort of how to be a gangster. They go off to some sort of banana republic type country, and Barracuda starts causing all manner of problems. You meet one of Barracuda's former squad members, who's I think it's like a transvestite. It's not a full transsexual, a transvestite, and just to say, situations occur with that are a bit funny, but doesn't stop any of the characters being any less badass. And this person just looks like a total dweeb. Again, a real fun story, a real fun read. You don't miss the Punisher in it because the Barracuda is ludicrous enough to plug those gaps with it. Just skipping past this bit now. Just come on to the end, because I appreciate I've gone on quite a lot about this. You get the Punisher The End storyline, which ties in with all the other The End publications from Marvel, which sees the Punisher at the end of the Earth and end of his life, and how that's going to be dealt with. Here we go. He's in a sort of post-apocalyptic world, and he finds a load of corporate execs in a bunker just trying to wait it out. And you can imagine what the Punisher does to them. There's a ticking clock on the Punisher because he's got radiation poisoning. It's a fun story. I read it. I enjoyed it. At the end of the book, you get some sketches. You don't get too much, just some cover progress, and then that's your lot. As I say, great book. Massively let down by the poor binding quality. All I would say is these are stories that should be made into a TV series or a film. Why they constantly insist on trying to write other stories when they've got this massive back catalogue of excellent, either pulpy, or if you want the sort of ones you find in the Epic Collection stories, or these great sort of cinematic action crazy stories they could just stick into a mental film and have fun with. But there we go. I don't know. That's Hollywood for you. Okay, so that was the book. I say the ribbon sort of takes the edge off it a little bit, because whenever you're turning a page, you're hearing it crack, and you're thinking, oh great, now I'm going to come away in my hands. But we'll have a go at repairing it and see what happens. I think it's a fantastic collection of stories. It's really fun. The one at the very end sort of fizzles out a little bit, but the Barracuda storyline, the main storylines, they're great. And even the Barracuda standalone little short series you get in there is great as well. Certainly worth adding to any Guns collection. Just be aware the spine will come away from the ribbon, so you better get yourself some glue. It's currently still available and in print. I've seen it for about £51 at the moment, but obviously prices do fluctuate. That's obviously in the UK as well, so I don't know what it will be anywhere else. But yeah, if you're a completionist and you like the Punisher, this is certainly what you should get. And this is totally what they should base films or TV series on. Pull an arc out of here. Make it panel for panel. No one will complain really, and it'll be extreme and it'll be fun. And it'll be what people want to watch, not some bloke just being moody and trying to give him actual depth and character. Because, yeah, the Punisher's not really like that. Not the kind of Punisher that gives entertainment anyway. I say this in all the Punisher videos, but whatever. Let me know what you think of the book. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.